So here is our Manitoba maple, which I have 3 taps in. And here is my official proper sap container with a nice flap and a nice spile. Although this one isn't producing right now. As you can see, there's nothing coming out. It was working before. It must have dried up. I might have to do something about that. So I'll go over and show you the other 2 I have here, which are made up of milk containers, and these actually end up working real nice. You see, they're just hooked on. I just got a hole in the side of the milk container, and I'll take the other one off and you can see it dripping out. It's about 5 degrees Celsius, so it's nice and cold at night and warmed up during the day. So I'll take this one off, and so you can see it dripping there. So it's dripping nice and fast. So I have to empty this one, which is my best producer, every couple of hours, because it gets full real fast, especially when it's warm like this. So there's a 3. It's a fairly big tree, and I definitely want to try and stunt its growth, so 3 on this tree is not a problem at all. As you can see, it's huge and gnarly. Here are the containers that I bring the sap with, and I got my little filter here that I put my cheesecloth in to filter the sap just a little bit to get all the bark and things out of it. And then over here I have the sap, and it's not quite boiling yet. You can see the candy thermometer. So basically, once that candy thermometer gets up to where the red tag is there, that's 110 degrees, and that means that it is the consistency of a syrup. So that can be any kind of a syrup, but obviously in this case we're going for maple syrup. So once it gets to 110, I should be able to take it off the heat. By that time, once it's that high, it'll probably be in a smaller pot because there'll be a lot less water here. That is about 8 liters of sap, and that will take a good number of hours to actually boil down. So this will hover below 100 degrees basically until it gets a lot more syrupy, and then it'll start moving up. And once that is complete, then you transfer it into here, and here's the produce that we've gotten so far of the maple syrup. It's a little lighter than the regular sugar maple syrup because of the tree that we're getting it from, and I could probably boil it down a little bit more, and I probably will with the candy thermometer now that I know what temperature to look for. But this is a good consistency, and it's very sweet. And there's a bit of syrup sand, I guess, or particles in the bottom there that settled out. So it's actually clearer now than it was. If you do more filtering, you can get that out before you put it into the jar. But I wasn't worried about it too much. It's not going to kill you. And it's all from God's green earth, so it's good for you. So yeah, that's it. And I hope to make a lot more maple syrup than that. We've already used some, of course. But I hope to get a good few liters out of all this.